Hey there, fellow GamerDads. Grab your coffee, energy drinks, or whatever keeps you going after those sleepless nights, because we're about to embark on a journey that's longer than your kids' 5 more minutes of screen time. We're diving deep into No Man's Sky's latest update, Worlds Part 1. And trust me, it's more packed than your minivan on a family road trip. Hello Games has done it again, dropping a surprise update bigger than that small Lego set your kid convinced you to buy. You know, the one that's now spread across your entire living room floor, waiting to ambush your bare feet at 2 a.m. This update is so massive, it makes your toddler's toy collection look like a minimalist art installation. So what's new? Buckle up, because there's more here than ingredients in your hide the veggies spaghetti sauce. They've introduced new technology that gives a complete refresh to the universe. It's like when you finally get around to cleaning the playroom, but on a cosmic scale. This means greater variation in flora, fauna, and planetary surfaces. Maybe now you'll find a planet that's as diverse as your kids' excuses for not eating broccoli. But Dad, the broccoli looked at me funny. Yeah, right, kiddo. Let's talk water. And I don't mean the kind that mysteriously appears on the bathroom floor after your kids brush their teeth. Oceans got a major upgrade. We're talking realistic waves, reflections, and improved oceans that transform water planets completely. It's so pretty, you might actually want to do bath time in-game instead of in real life. And get this, ships can now land on water. Finally, a vehicle that doesn't need a car seat. Maybe now we can have a smooth landing without hearing, "Are we there yet?" every 5 seconds. They've gone full storm chaser on us with the weather systems, dynamic weather patterns, wind that affects waves, and volumetric effects like rolling fog, rain, blizzards, and lava sparks. It's like they've captured the essence of trying to get to school on time on a rainy day, but with more lava. Imagine if your morning routine had to account for sudden blizzards or lava flows. On second thought, that might actually be easier than getting a teenager out of bed. And speaking of wild environments, they've added noxious worlds with toxic climates, irradiated landscapes, twisted forests, and burnt worlds featuring fiery flora and superheated crystals. Sounds like someone's been peeking into my teenager's room for inspiration, or maybe they just visited a house with toddlers after snack time. Either way, these new biomes are sure to keep your exploration interesting. Just remember, unlike at home, you can actually mute the game if the environment gets too noisy. For you underwater enthusiasts, or those of you who just want a moment of peace and quiet, now you can build spectacular aquatic homes with improved waterline views. It's like having a fish tank, but without the constant fear of your toddler trying to liberate the fish. Plus, no real fish means no more explaining why Nemo went to the big ocean in the sky after your kid overfed him. Again! Don't worry, they haven't forgotten about quality of life improvements. We're talking smoother docking at space stations, quick filling refiners, and an enhanced analysis visor. Because when you only have 20 minutes of gaming time before the baby wakes up, every second counts. It's like they've implemented a dad mode where everything is just a bit more efficient. Now, if only they could patch that into real life. Am I right? Now, let's talk missions. There's a new Fiend Brood Nexus's mission where you eliminate invasive species disturbing local ecosystems. It's inspired by Starship Troopers, but let's be honest, it sounds a lot like trying to get your kids to clean their rooms. I'm doing my part! Yeah, right. Now pick up those socks, soldier. And if you complete the new expedition, you'll get a liquidator suit, a massive mech suit that's probably still easier to move in than when you're carrying a sleeping child, a diaper bag, and 3 stuffed animals. At least the mech suit doesn't ask for a piggyback ride halfway through. On the technical side, they've introduced NVIDIA DLS3 support for compatible RTX cards, promising up to 4 times performance boost. That's coincidentally how much coffee I need to keep up with my kids. Maybe we can hook up DLSS to our coffee makers? They've also worked on nighttime variability, so nights are now more varied with different sky and lighting colors. It's like the developers have experienced the joy of midnight feedings and decided to make night times more interesting for everyone. Because if we have to be up at 3 a.m., at least the sky should look pretty, right? Oh, and let's not forget the new cloud tech. They've added volumetric clouds that improve visibility from space. Now you can see those planets as clearly as you can see the toys on your floor in the dark. Red, you'll still probably step on them. It's like they've captured the essence of that moment when you think the kids have finally cleaned up, only to find a minefield of Legos in the hallway. And here's the kicker. This is just Worlds Part 1. There's more coming. It's like when your kid says they're done with their vegetables, and you realize they've only eaten one pea, or when you think bedtime is over. But then come the requests for water. Another story, checking for monsters under the bed, and negotiating how many nightlights are appropriate for a big kid. All of this in a free update, 8 years after the game's original release. Free! When was the last time your kids didn't cost you money for an entire day? It's like Hello Games has somehow tapped into that mythical dad energy that lets you fix anything with duct tape and a stern look. They just keep making the game better and better. No extra charge. So there you have it, GamerDads. No Man's Sky is once again proving that it's possible to keep improving and expanding. Kind of like how we're constantly learning on this parenting journey. It really shows up other companies in the industry. How do Hello Games do it when no one else seems to be able to? It's a mystery bigger than, where did all these Legos come from? Or how did strawberry jam end up on the ceiling? In all seriousness though, it's pretty amazing to see a game studio so committed to their project and community. It's like they're the cool dad of the gaming world, always coming up with new and exciting things to keep us entertained. And isn't that what we all aspire to be for our kids? Minus the spaceships and alien monsters, usually. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go explore some new planets before the school run. And maybe, just maybe, I'll finally find that elusive planet of peace and quiet. A dad can dream, right? Remember, GamerDads, in space, no one can hear you scream or ask for a snack every 5 minutes. Game on, and may your gaming sessions be as uninterrupted as they are rare. And hey, if you manage to align your gaming time with your kids' nap time, you're not just a gamer dad, you're a legend. Until next time, keep those controllers charged and your dad jokes ready.